Hey guys, I know it has been a very long time since I've made a video on this channel, and I will explain why probably in another video, but today I wanted to come on and talk with you guys about something that I'm asked all the time, and it's probably the question that I get in my DMs, on Facebook, on Instagram, just every single day. And that is how to work with Walt Disney World as an influencer. Now, I do have a blog post that I wrote all about this topic. I will link it below for you guys so that you can see absolutely everything there. But I also wanted to kind of talk to you guys about it today because I know some people prefer just talking. They prefer video to reading. So I wanted to come on and give you my tips and tricks for working with Walt Disney World as an influencer. So first and foremost, don't worry about your numbers. Walt Disney World does not only work with large mega influencers. They work with everybody from small followings all the way up to your mega huge massive influencers. But I know people that have, less than 10,000 followers, less than 5,000 followers that still regularly work with Walt Disney World, because it's not about the number of followers that you have. It is about the quality of your content, your voice, your audience. That is what matters so much more than the amount of followers that you have. So first and foremost, don't stress that you don't have enough followers to work with Disney, because chances are you probably do. Now I want to talk about what to do before you even approach Walt Disney World. And this really is good for when it comes to pitching any company, is you want to do what I call a pre-pitch. And what that is you make sure you're following and engaging with the right people. As with any brand that you're pitching, you want to make sure you're following the right people and engaging with the right people. So for Walt Disney World, you're going to want to follow their accounts on Instagram, on Twitter, and I will actually link, like I said, I'm linking that blog post down below. That post has different handles that it's recommended that you follow and engage with prior to pitching Walt Disney World. Because it's not just their main Disney account. There's Disney Moms, and there's a bunch of other Disney handles that you should be following and engaging with to up your chances of working with them. And like I said, that goes for any brand that you want to pitch. Before you even think about sending them an email saying that you want to work together, follow them, like their posts, comment on their posts, and make sure that you're doing this for a significant amount of time before you even send out that pitch. A week, 2 weeks, whatever. Just make sure you are actively engaging with them, so when they see your email come through, they'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that name. So that is tip number one. Next thing that you're going to want to do before you even pitch Walt Disney World is you're going to want to make a media kit, because this is something that they request when you send them a pitch. If you don't know what a media kit is, it is basically a resume for bloggers. And again, I have another blog post all about how I made my media kit. I made mine myself. I'm not a graphic designer. I used Canva. It's a free website that allows you to design social media posts and graphics, and it has a media kit template. I actually used a resume template for mine, but like I said, I will leave that whole blog post down below for you. So you're going to want to make this media kit before you even think about pitching Disney, because they're going to request it. They're going to want to see it, so just go ahead and make it. The other thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go ahead and start creating and resharing Disney-related content. Now, that doesn't mean you need to like buy a ticket and go to the park and take pictures. You can reshare other people's content like on your Facebook page and then tag them. And then you're going to want, and if you do, like I started creating some blog posts about tips for parents going to Disney but I grew up here in Central Florida. I have been going to Disney my whole life, but when I wrote that post, I hadn't gone in 2 years. But those are just tips that I had that I know helped me when I took my daughter when she was 2. So I was like, okay, I'll write a post about it. So if you have things about Disney that you can write about, go ahead and do that. Sorry, y'all. I've been a little congested. Our whole family has been like down with the flu for like a week. So yeah, I'm sorry if I am a little sniffly and congested sounding, but I wanted to get this out for you guys. So once you've done this, you've followed and engaged with the right people, you have your media kit, you've created some Disney content, you've shared other people's content, the next step is pitching. So Disney gives 2 what they call media passes annually. You have to request them every year, but they will give 2 media passes in a calendar year for a blogger to go to the parks. It's it's 2 one-day park hoppers. That is what it is. That's what you get. It's not anything more than that. I've never heard of Disney giving anything more than that for an initial pitch. So what you're going to do is, I've got the email in that blog post. It's the Walt Disney World PR email, and you're going to send your pitch to them along with your media kit, and your pitch needs to be about them. So if you're at this stage, I'm hoping that you know the difference in a good pitch and a bad pitch. A good pitch focuses on the company, how they're going to benefit, the exposure you're going to bring them, what they get out of it. A bad pitch is, I want to do this because I love Disney and Disney's so fun and I really want to go to Disney and I. You don't want all those I's. You want you. How are you going to benefit them, and how is your audience going to benefit? So what I did when I sent my first pitch to Disney was I told them that I wanted to share with my audience the perspective of a mom having a kids-free day at Disney, and showcase that Disney is not just a place for kids, it's also a place for moms to hang out and get away from the kids, and that they can enjoy their time there without children, because it's not just for kids. I had this whole post idea that I sent them. So that's what they want to see. They want to see your concept and what your concept is going to do to benefit them and to benefit the audience. Now, once you've sent your pitch, it usually takes, I want to say it took a week or so for me to hear back from them. It might be faster, it might not be. But you want to make sure you're sending your pitch with 2 weeks to a month advance notice from the time that you want to go to the parks. Because what they're going to do is they're going to ask you what your dates are, what dates you need the tickets for. So they want at least a 2-week advance notice. I personally prefer a little bit farther, like a month's advance notice, but it's kind of a given. You just want to give them advance notice, not like, hey, I want to come tomorrow. It's not going to work. So give them at least 2 weeks to a month advance notice of when the dates are that you want to go to the park. Now, that's how you pitch Disney to get the media passes. But the other thing people ask me so much about is getting invited to the invite-only media events. And honestly, I really think they put a bunch of our pictures on a wall and throw darts at them, and they're like, she's coming to this one, and they're coming to this one, and we're inviting him to this one. Because there's really not always, at least from what we can see, there's not always like a rhyme or reason to who they invite and who they don't invite. But we see a lot of the same faces. And I know I started getting media invites after I did my initial pitch email. They emailed me back. I got my media passes. And then about a month after that, after I got my media passes, did my trip, did my blog post, sent my completed blog post with live links and live social media share links back to Walt Disney World PR saying, hey, thank you. This is the content I've created. You know, I appreciate it. That's important. Send them all your links. And you might not hear back from them, but they do appreciate it, I promise. And they want to see the content that you created for the tickets that they gave you. So, like I said, that's how I started getting invited to media events. As soon as, I guess they put your name on a list, and they have lists. So they'll put your name on the list with other influencers, and then they pick from them for different events. And they have, y'all, so many events throughout the year. You won't get invited to all of them. I don't get invited to all of them. There's ones that I'm like, man, I would love to go to that, and I didn't get invited. And then there's ones where I get that email and I am so excited because it's such a cool opportunity. And I love being able to work with Disney in the capacity that I do. I love being able to attend the media events, and I'd love to continue working with them because they are really just such a great company to work with as a blogger, because they really respect bloggers. They respect our industry. They treat us very well, which cannot be said by everyone, every business out there. Like, a lot of businesses I know look down on us, or they don't want to work with bloggers, and Disney has fully embraced bloggers. Whether you're a mom blogger, a dad blogger, a Disney blogger, any kind of blogger, they embrace all of us. Like, you don't have to create content that is solely Disney in order to work with Disney. Like, my content is not solely Disney, but I still work with them because I do a lot of family content and travel content, and I'm local to Central Florida. So what I'm saying is, it's not super difficult to work with Disney, but you got to be able to put in the work. You have to be able to create content, create a media kit, reach out to them, follow the right people, engage with the right people, because that's what this is. It's about engagement. It's about social proof. That is what this whole thing is about. It's about building community and building trust and spreading the word about a great company to work with. So really, I hope this was helpful for you guys. Like I said, I will leave that blog post that's got just a ton of information in it. I will leave that linked for you. And feel free to reach out if you have any questions about working with Disney World or pitching other companies. Let me know. I would love to help. I really want to be more active on this channel this year. I have started another channel if you're interested. It's all about books. As you can see, I enjoy books. But yeah, reach out. Let me know if you need any help with your pitching, with just encouragement in general. And help each other in the comments. And hopefully this works for you, and you never know. Maybe I'll see you at Disney World. Have a good one, guys. Bye.